Good morning. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day weekend. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Let's try to get some money today, which should be an early close. Good morning to everyone. Happy Labor Day. Today, or from now on, we're switching over to some Tradeify as the master account. We'll use Tradesyncer as the copy trader as usual. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Nejmu, Struksha. Mr. Struksha in this house. Good morning to everyone. All right, what are we looking at? So we have previous day closed down at 454. Potential gap close, gap fill reversal play today. Where's overnight low? Overnight low's down into 370s. Friday's low is down at 400, so potentially testing that area. As we go down to the gap fill. Overnight high currently at 550, is that correct? Hopefully it's a little higher. Okay, that's overnight high, so 550, and then previous day high all the way up at 670 area, 676. Good morning to everyone. Nicolas Gomez, good morning. Mr. Nicolas Gomez from Paris. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone on the other side of the ocean. I'm still asleep here. I got to drink some coffee. Wow. I debated if I wanted to trade today. I was comfortably in bed. I was like, let's show up. Let's do it. Good morning to everyone. Nicolas Gomez reminding us that Apex 90% off. Yes, it's still on. It's today's the last day for Apex 90%. And all the deals that come with that 90%, right? You got some PA fees for the 250K and 300Ks on sale. The PA fees and reset fees, I think, are $37. So if you haven't taken advantage, 90% off on Apex using code JCDT. Ibrahim, good morning, and he's back home. All right, brother. Good to see you back. Good morning to everyone. The casino opens in 10 minutes. We're currently in an ascending channel using that low down there at 445 down here. And we hopped right into this ascending channel. Let's see where it goes today. Potential gap fill reversal play, quick play today. I might be looking at a gap fill reversal play down there. Friday's close 454. Carlos is in a short trade already and has got to stop up at 510. 510 is a good area. That's a nice 1 hour, 4 hour level for potential resistance. That's what we're looking at right now. All right, good morning to everyone. Happy Labor Day. Hope you guys had a great weekend or having a great weekend. Technically, once I finish trading, I'm going back to bed and doing a little barbecuing later with the family. So good morning. But we're showing up. Win, lose, or draw. We'll try to get straight in and then get back to bed. Have a sleep already. All right, guys, I'm going to load up on coffee and I'll be right back. Mr. Structure already with 2 green trades, two small trades already, scalping it. Nice. All right, good morning. Good morning to everyone. So what am I looking for here? Potential gap fill. Friday's close around 454. We have the overnight low around 400. So I could see a quick move down to that 450. Potentially test the overnight Friday's low down at 397. Where's overnight low? Overnight low's down all the way down at 370. So potential flush there, and then possible bounce. Or if the bulls rally right out the gate, whereas overnight high is currently at 550. Friday's high was all the way up at 670. So we got plenty of room in either direction. The trick is finding direction and catching it with the right timing without getting trapped. All right, Christopher says, Zach, good morning. Happy Labor Day, Structure. Structure is watching 502. And we got 6 minutes. 6 minutes for the open. EC Drive, what time does the market halt trading today? I believe, and this is believe, 12 p.m. Eastern. I haven't checked. I'm going to be way gone by then. Hopefully. Let's see. What time does the market close today? Oh, also 90% off on day traders. Day traders, just saw the email. 90% off all trailing evals, static evals, 80% off, and straight to funded accounts, 40% off at day traders. So 90% for evals, 80% for static evals, and 40% off for straight to funded on day traders. Let's see. So hopefully 1 or 2 hours and we're out of here today. Market closes at 1 p.m. Eastern. Yes, sir. 1 p.m. Eastern. Be right back. All right. Market opens. Casino opens in 4 minutes. Let's try to stay alive today. Carlos, does anyone pay attention to silver? I don't. Carlos' short is working out nicely right now. Nice. Vinny, cuz, what's up, brother? So we got 90% off on Apex last day. Daytraders.com also 90% off for Labor Day weekend. Apex has definitely a crazy sale going on. 90% off. Some promos on the 250, 350K PAs. 250K, 300K PAs, sorry. As long as you pass it today. And you got $37 reset fees on this promo. So it's looking good. Did load up on a few. I think I'm going to switch to Tradeify for the master account for the stream, and then we'll continue on, continue copy trading using Tradesyncer. AVL, no, I'm copy trading the rest on Tradesyncer, but I switched my master account to Tradeify versus Quantower. I got one master account or one account on what's it called? Tradeify. I'm going to try Tradeify for a little bit. In Quantower, it looks a little boring. So I'm charting here on Quantower, but I'll execute on Tradeify. EC drive, correct. The market halts at 1 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you check the rules with your different props. Every prop has a different rule on being out of position and all that good stuff. Some, if you stay in position, will keep that position open through the close because, or through the halt, because it's technically not a close. It continues into today's still part of the. In other words, today won't close until tomorrow. Just a market halt. If for short, good morning. Good morning to everyone. All right, market. The casino opens in 1 minute. Yep, 1 minute. Let's go. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everyone. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. All right, casino opens in 20 seconds. Good luck. Let's try not to get burned and trapped today. And casino is now open. Oh no, as usual, uneventful. Okay, here we go. Now it's starting to make a move. Potential gap fill down to 455 is what I'm looking for. Potentially play a gap fill reversal down there. We'll see. Where's VWAP? VWAP, I think it just touched VWAP, right? VWAP's at 470. All right, they're flushing VWAP, getting out of that ascending channel that they've been in since 4:30 a.m. my time. I'm in Arizona, 3 hours behind you. Here they go with the gap fill play. Let's see what happens at that 455 level. It's Friday's close. There they go. They're going for the gap fill. Astounding 20 points on that move. Carlos is in that short already. And no gap fill yet. Pretty close to the gap fill. Here we go. There we go. All right, there you go. Now we're touching the previous day close. Let's see if they can exaggerate that to around 440. Puts us in a 4-hour level down there around 440. Can they flush it? Let's watch. Let's be a little patient. All right, there they go. May even go for previous day low. So let's be a little patient, looking for a reversal, gap fill reversal play. They just flushed previous day close. Gaps love to get filled, and here we go. Potential bounce. Not get too excited yet. I think it wants 430, 435 area first, but let's be patient. Ooh, there it goes. There's the bounce. Gap fill. I don't want to get trapped. I'm thinking another leg down to 435. And Carlos is out. Banger trade, brother. Nicely done. And are they going to bounce it here for the gap fill reversal play? I was hoping for 430. I guess that's all we got. 440. Come on, give us a little flush down to 430. There we go. There we go. Nope, looks like it's bouncing here. All right, a impressive 35-point 15-minute opening range right now. Jesse James, good morning. JC James is in the house. I'll be right back, guys. Looks like that was the bounce. I didn't get 430, so we'll wait. All right, still try to bounce. Little baby range in the 15-minute opening range, 35 points. That's all it gave us so far. Structure, Mr. Structure got his bounce. Man, I was hoping for a wider range, but hey, it's Labor Day. It's all we're getting. And Mr. Structure with his 4th green trade of the day. All right, there's the bounce. All right, I'm letting that one go. I was looking for 430, didn't get it. Christian Xavier, good morning. Good morning. All right, little baby movements today. Looks like that's all we're getting. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. If you're new to the stream and you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do it every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, win, lose, or draw. And right now we're in a baby 35-point range. Mr. Carlos is thinking short it all day. Let's see what happens at that 20 and 200 SMA. We're coming up to that 475, 480 area. Let's see if we see any initial rejection there, or is it a complete recovery on that initial move on the open. Testing VWAP again. All right, it's pushing. And still in that 35-point range, not much going on. Attempting to push above VWAP right now. But it's a baby range, 35 points so far. All right, initial VWAP resistance there. Good morning to everyone. In case you're wondering, my times are 3 hours behind New York Eastern. I live stream from Arizona, the desert, where it's 100 degrees out here at 6:30 in the morning. All right, so we had the quick gap fill on the move on the open. I was looking for a lower level, 430, and I think I let that bounce go. It's all right. Let's see if we get anything else. Hikam Ben Abdenebi, what do you think about the Labor Day volume? There is no Labor Day volume. We're trying to see if there's anything here. It looks like the move was either the short to the gap fill or the gap fill reversal play. 2 moves so far, and that's about it. I just saw the bot give you guys all the details on Apex. Apex 90% off sale still going on today. Today's the last day. You got some lifetime PA discounts on the 250K and 300K if you can pass it today, because I think you got to pass it today to get that promo on the eval fees, and $37 for reset fees. Mr. Structure watching 502. All right, here we go. It's going back into that ascending channel that it was in earlier. Little baby 35 points down, 35 points back up. The recovery. And we're approaching the top of that 15-minute opening range. 15-minute opening range breakout in about 5 minutes. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everyone tuned in. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone on the other side of the ocean. All right, we're hitting some resistance, the 200 SMA on the higher, well, not the higher, lower time frames. Will she continue on up or find a little pullback here? Let's see. Let's see what she does. Continuing on up. Bid for short. What happens if we don't pass the 250K today? I believe the PA fee just goes back to normal level. The lifetime PA fee. The lifetime PA fee promo is over. That's all. All right, here he goes. Full recovery on that initial move to the downside at the open. How far will she go? Let's be patient. Arlo's hard to long here. I agree with you, man. Long at the top of this move. Let's see. All right, maybe wants to test the high now of the overnight range, that 500. What's the high of the overnight range? 505. No, I'm sorry, 550 is current overnight high. Hinting at that 15-minute opening range breakout. Your orb players are getting excited. 4 minutes. Mr. Structure, I agree. A little more consolidation before direction. I was hoping for a little bit of stronger movements, so I think we're going to have to play with what we've got. Which ain't much. Right now we're in a 40-point range. So even if you're taking drawdown, it's pretty forgiving. Well, not much. So good morning to everyone. Do me a favor, if you're new to the stream or enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Win, lose, or draw. Today, 40-point range, 15-minute opening range is about 40 points. We went down, we went back right back up. Drewski in the house. What's up, brother? How we doing with your 5 points today? Mr. Drewski, the man with the 5-point strategy. All right, taking a little pullback at the top of that ascending channel. You're going to take a little pullback for continuation to the upside or fading up here? Still hasn't hit any of my levels yet, so. And we're just in a 40-point range. Drewski just woke up. Eyes are still adjusted. I'm still asleep. How about that? I had to reload on coffee. So, as expected, an uneventful open in terms of points. Looks like the play was the initial gap fill, and then your gap fill reversal bounce. Randuran, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone on the other side of the ocean. The Euro players that are connected. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, keeps pushing, finding a little resistance here at the 480 level. I would think it still wants that 500 area. Christopher Zazek, 90% on Apex and 90% on day traders. I just saw their email. So day traders has a Labor Day sale weekend as well going on. 90% off of trailing evals, 80% off of static evals, and 40% off of their straight to funded accounts. 40% off of their straight to funded. This is day traders, and you can use code JCDT. You get a little discount there, and you help support the channel. All right, so orb players are getting excited. They're going to get their breakout play. Maybe a little pullback to test the 20 SMA, a pullback to that 470 area. And then the breakout on that 15-minute opening range breakout. See if we can get a pullback on this 470. I may entertain a pullback long around 470. Otherwise, it may break out right here for that 15-minute opening range breakout. I'd like to see 470 first. $471, $472. Where's VWAP? 471. Can we get another VWAP touch before the bounce, before the breakout? Let's see. Nicholas Gomez, traders gone for long weekend and holidays. Oh yeah, here's the pullback we were talking about. Potential pullback for the 15-minute opening range breakout. Let me see if it's a stronger pullback. Or is this the pullback for the long? Let's watch. See if we get a test of that 20 SMA and see how it behaves up there. Otherwise, this could be the pullback long. And get Again, I didn't get that 460 area, 470. And not moving much. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening to everyone on the other side of the ocean. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the stream, enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, win, lose, or draw. All right, so it looks like that was the little pullback. Long 475. Oh man, is that all we're getting? 5-point pops. All right, here they go for that 15-minute opening range breakout. Are they going to fake it and flush everybody right out as they usually do on the initial touch? Let's see. Avinash. Long for 502. You guys are hopping on that 15-minute opening range breakout long. It's looking for a little stronger pullback to 470. Didn't get that. And now it's hovering, teasing the opening range breakout. There it is. Trying to break out of that 15-minute opening range. Avinash says no breakout. 4-hour equal highs. Well, it's like it is breaking out. An impressive 5 points. Yep. 15-minute opening range breakout there. Playing out so far. And a slowdown. Well, expected. Labor Day, no volume, so not surprised. Good morning to everyone. Do me a favor, if you're enjoying the stream, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. We do it every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Win, lose, or draw. All right, here we go. Now we're taking a little pullback at the top of that ascending channel. And we're in the middle of overall range. That's why I'm not too excited. We haven't hit any pivot points. No significant levels just yet. All right, she continues to push, puffing and pumping its way up. Mr. Structure. Jesse James. I'm switching to Tradeify for my master account. Or I switched to Tradeify for the master account. I think it entertains a little more on the stream. Quantower is a little boring. But I still watching Quantower on another screen. But Tradeify will be the master account, and I'll copy trade as usual using Tradesyncer. But from now on, I think I'm going to use Tradeify as the master for the stream. Mr. Structure just watching. Yeah, it looks like I'm watching too. It looks like the pullback long was that 475 pullback here. I was looking for 470, didn't get it, and I think that was the entry. In hindsight. All right, let's see what happens at 505. We got a 1 hour, 4 hour level up there. It was the high of the early overnight range before we came back down to these levels. So maybe let's see what happens at that 505 area. Is the high of a stronger range going back to Friday. So maybe 505 is the area. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm liking 505. All right, let's see what happens up there at 505. If we get up there. Nico had a little bit of drawdown, but back into green. Nicely done. So attempted to hit that 500 area. Struggling for now. But it is in a ascending channel, so I'm not looking to short just yet. See if there's more to this move to the upside. Potentially that 505 area is the high of this move. And then we'll make some decisions up there. Or it could just continue on up. Now we're going back to the top of that, even that Friday range. Was the top of that Friday range not on the initial flush down? You had the Sunday Globex push all the way up to 545. So let's see what happens up there around 505. Bradley, I use Tradesyncer as my main copy trader. I'm using Tradeify for one master account, and Tradesyncer copies from there. No breakout on the 5-minute candle, Mr. Drewski's telling us. I'll wait for 505. If we take the pullback here, another one that I got to let go today. Ain't hitting levels today. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the stream. If you're new to the stream and enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Win, lose, or draw. Today we're in we had a 42-point 15-minute opening range, and then we pushed up another 5 or 10 points. So overall 50 points. Not much going on. Well, it slowed down. In the meantime, Apex 90% off sales still going on. You can use code JCDT. I believe you do got to pass those 250K and 300Ks for the discount on your PA fees, but technically 90% still going. I did load up on the weekend. And now day traders also 90% off of trailing evals, 80% off of static evals, and I believe it's 40% off of their straight to funded for daytraders.com. All right, looks like that was it for the move, and now a little bit of consolidation. I was hoping to get a trade in, didn't hit my levels, but we'll be a little patient. Let's see if anything happens up here. If that's it, well, that's it. Ah, man. I was looking for 505, see if they can push up there. That was the latest top of this range during the overnight. 505 area. You had this little range right here. See what happens up there. Potentially fade this move. It's also the top of the initial Friday move, or Friday top after the flush. After that brutal flush on Friday. That 505 is the high of that range. After the initial flush, it hovered there for the rest of the day. 505 was the high of that play. And we had the Sunday open, which pushed us all the way up to 540. So let's see if we can get another push up to 505. And I guess at that point, it's going to be range bound. They'll hop right back into the Friday range, which is around 505 to about low that we just saw, 440. But let's be patient. I think it's still going to look for that high up there around 505. If it pushes out of that, then potentially 550 area, the pivot point at 550. Avinash, the wicks from the downside, the buyers are strong. So Avinash flipping on direction. Now he's saying the buyers are strong. It's more upside potential. Structure also still think we're going higher. I would agree at this point. Still haven't hit the highs of the range on Friday. Again, 505 is what I'm looking for. I think it still has move. Mr. Structure, 502 and 557. Yep, those are the levels. You got 502 for the Friday range high. And then Sunday, we pushed all the way up to that pivot point around 550 last night. So that is what I'm looking for. Initial pullback around 502, 505 probably. Well, let's see. Avinaj is now on his long. All right, good stuff. Avinash has been bullish from the start. Oh, okay. I think I'm confusing it with somebody else who was saying, "Hey, this is the top. It ain't going any higher." I forgot who it was. It looks like we got a lot of bulls in the chat. Next levels 505, 550. Let's see if we can get up to 505. All right. Still in the ascending channel, even on that pullback. Slowing down for now. Carlos is a perma short today, I believe. Yes, I believe Carlos got out of his short already, though. And Structure is keeping tabs on everybody. Who's long, who's short. Structure, Mr. Structure is taking notes. We entered a little consolidation area up here. Is that it for the move up and then right back down? Or just building up for the long? Here they go. They're going after 505. Jeff is in a long on ES. So it will likely crash. Nah, man, have some faith. You got some bullish movements going on. So I think you'll be all right with your long. There they go. All right, she's trying to push above that 500 area. Struggling to get up there, but maybe just building some consolidation up. Push right back up. Then 505 would be the high of that Friday range after the flush. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see what happens there. Bit for short has a pending long at 495. Avinash is getting frustrated. It's consolidating up here, but I think we get another wick up to 505, and then that's the question. Are they just gonna, they push through 505, then they're gonna continue their way up to 550 area. If they fade there, then there may be a juicy short, but we shall see. Diego Peña, why are we trying to trade today? Yeah, this is there were two plays. There was the initial gap fill. If you shorted the open and you got the gap fill, that was the first play, and then the gap fill reversal. I missed both. Well, I wasn't looking for the gap fill. I was looking for the gap fill reversal at around 430, 435. So I let that one go. And now we got baby price action. Carlos did take this short. I saw you. I know you mentioned it. You did short that open and you got your points down to the gap fill. Nicely done. JC, we're looking at the 20 and the 200 SMA. 20 SMA is the purple line. 200 SMA is your red line. So the 20 and the 200. Randuran, can tell it's a holiday for sure. Yeah, I was looking for, I gotta be honest, I was hoping for a little bit more price action, but it is a holiday. Now we're in consolidation. That could mean I'm leaving it alone for the rest of the day. Diego Peña did take the gap fill reversal. Nice. That looks like that was it. Two plays for the day, the gap fill and the gap fill reversal. We need Papa Powell here. Yeah, we need somebody to move it. We need a tweet. Chris Noove, happy holiday, happy Labor Day to everyone. I'm still flat. I was looking for 430 on the gap fill reversal and didn't hit that level, so let it go. But I think that is it, guys. I think that's all we're getting for movements today. Good morning, S Future Trading. For anybody new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, win, lose, or draw. And for the Asia traders, I do the late night Asia session as well, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Edwin, chop, chop, chop. Yes, indeed. Question is she flushing or just building consolidation for further upside? We're still in an ascending channel. We haven't broken out of that ascending channel, so I'm still not convinced on the short. So let's see if we get a pop to like 500, 505. Either way, whether you're long or short up here, price action is pretty forgiving. If you go high lev, you're not going to blow an account. We may have to zoom it in for dramatic visuals here on these 2-point candles. Let's zoom that in, build some drama. Okay, so now it's starting to break down. Randuran, nothing to long or short. I agree. I agree, my friend. It's getting tight up here. That could be it. Structure. This is a strong level. All right, guys. I'm going to be right back. I'll see if price action wakes up a little bit. Do me a favor. We get a major move. Blink twice so I know. Please blink twice. I'll be right back. John ML, the market is closed, the futures is open. All right, we're back. And still nothing, huh? Still lingering up there. Still no 505 and just hovering. That could be it for today, boys. Good morning to everyone. Bit for short is calling it a day. Yeah, I mean, there's not much price action. Who else is here? John ML. Futures will be halting today at 1 p.m. Eastern. 1 p.m. Eastern, halt. Zach, what's up? All right, let's see if we get a wick up there. Otherwise, how much going on? Not much going on. I gotta be honest, I was expecting a little bit more movements. So far, the two plays of the day, the gap fill and the gap fill reversal. This was the area. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening to everyone on the other side of the ocean. Do me a favor, if you're enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Win, lose, or draw. Okay, here we go. Now we're taking a pullback. Let's see if we test the bottom of that channel. 2 points. 2-point wick there. T. Cooper, hope you got the only good trade for the day. Yeah, that was it. That was the gap fill reversal. That was it. At least for now. All right, let's see if these bulls have it in them to push up to 505 and see what happens at that previous pivot point. Or is it going to be a little slow sell-off right back down? Holiday trading here. Holiday price action. So maybe they come back down to test VWAP 470, 475 area. Remember, Apex 90% off sale going on. Today's the last day, actually. T. Cooper used the reverse button today. Nice. I rarely, if ever, use that one. All right. They're still in the ascending channel, so let's see if they can grind their way up to 505. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone on the other side of the ocean. Do me a favor, if you're enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. Avinash, I agree, man. There was only 2 moves today. If you missed those moves, you're probably watching price action for the rest of the day. And that was one of them. I was looking for the 430, 435 bounce, and that didn't happen. But you had the gap fill as a short on the open and the gap fill reversal bounce. That was it. Let's see if there's anything else to this today. Otherwise, that is not a bad idea. I don't mind going back to bed. All right, they're breaking out of that channel, coming down to test that 200 SMA, that 475. You got VWAP down there as well, so potential test of VWAP again. If they get down there, 472. Ooh, they bounced it. And we're down to little 3 5-point moves now, if that. And that could be it for price action. Today, market halts at 1 p.m. Eastern. Opens back up at 6 p.m. Eastern for futures, at least. Other than that, happy Labor Day. Today will be go back to bed and barbecue in the afternoon for me. It's what, 7:25 or 7:22 a.m. here in Arizona. For those of you looking at my times, wondering where is he? I'm in Arizona, 3 hours behind New York Eastern. Avinash, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you participating in the chat today. You're calling it a day. Yeah, man, that was it. Those 2 moves. You missed that one. Now you're guessing. Drewski, as usual, man, the man with the 5-minute strategy, 5-point strategy, 840 in the green. That's solid for this price action, so nicely done. And hovering now at these tops. Let's see if they're going to sneak a little bounce up to 505. That's what I'm looking for. Donald Keys, if we break 88 up, we break 73 down. VWAP currently at 71. And the bottom of that ascending channel is holding still. But it's moving slow. I think at this point I'm going to let it go. I'll watch it for a little bit longer, but not trading it. All right, so it came to the bottom of that channel and is trying to bounce here. Wow. Okay, so maybe they are going to stay in that ascending channel. Donald Keys, usually the 1 hour from 6 a.m. Arizona to 7 a.m. was all the movement. Yeah, I mean, it's Labor Day price action. It's holiday price action. So there's just 2 moves today so far. The initial gap fill, that short for the gap fill, and the long on the gap fill reversal. That looks like it's it. Little selling pressure building here, trying to get out of that ascending channel and potentially test VWAP again. And NASDAQ. Holiday price action now. All right, they did test the bottom of that ascending channel, if you can see it there. And now they're trying to push above the moving averages. The high of that channel is that 500, 505 that I've been talking about. So let's see if they can push it up there. All right, the bottom of that channel held, at least so far. All right, now Donald Keys, a 1.2 fat candle in ES. Yeah, it's no better here on NQ. I mean, that was what, a couple ticks, 482, barely a point on that last minute candle. All right, here's the make or break. Can they get above that 20 SMA again and hop right back into that channel? The top of that channel, if they are going to push it up, would be that 500, 505 area. That's where some decisions, if I'm going to trade today or call it a day with this price action. Interesting. Unable to push above that 20 SMA, at least for now. Drewski calling it as well. Yeah, I'll trade tonight. So for anybody who trades the Asia, I'll be on tonight, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. I'll be back later tonight. But I think for the New York, walking out with a donut. Drewski going back to bed. Yeah, I'm pretty close. I just want to see what happens up here at 500, 505. Otherwise, going back to bed and barbecuing a little later out here in the desert of Arizona. All right, so the bottom of that channel did hold. At least for now. Now they're starting to push above that 20 SMA. Can they pump it to 505? Otherwise, I'm calling it. All right, so they did hold the bottom, to the T, the bottom of that ascending channel, and they're bouncing it right back up. So now let's see if they can push up to 505, 500, 505 area, which would be the top of that Friday, the high of the Friday range after the initial flush. Christopher Zazek, no need for a barbecue in Arizona. Just put it on the sidewalk. It is true. It was 110 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday. $106 is actually pretty cool for this time of the year, Chris. 106 is kind of the normal. 117, that's a little hotter. That's when we start getting worried. 106 is pretty much everyday temps up. All right, let's see. What are they going to do? Are they going to push to 500, 505? That looks like it's what it wants to do. Carlos, 110.65 here in the East Coast. Yep. Yesterday we had 110. All right, here we go. They're pushing. Top of that channel would be 500, 505, which is what the high of that Friday range after the initial pullback, that aggressive pullback on Friday. See what happens up here. Prior pivot point at that 500 area. And nothing. Consolidating. Stair-stepping it up. Oh, baby candle, stair-stepping. And nothing. Well, there you go. Holiday price action, boys. 2 moves today. If you missed those, that was it. I'm in the group that missed it. The initial short were the gap fill to the T and the gap fill reversal bounce. That's pretty much it. Other than that, you're scalping a couple points here and there. All right, let's see if they break out of this range now. They've been attempting to break out of the, attempting to break out of this ascending channel. Ooh, the bottom of that channel held once again. They tried to wick it, and another little bounce. 500, 505. This could be slowly creeping for that level. But at this point, they're stair-stepping. Chris, appreciate it, man. Yeah, this is one of my favorite t-shirts, actually. I think I've had this t-shirt for like 10 years. Renko Reina in the house. Good morning. I haven't seen you in a while, young lady. Welcome to the stream. Well, good morning to everyone. If you're new to the stream and you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, win, lose, or draw. Today, flat. Looking for the gap fill reversal. Talked about it before the open and didn't get the level I was looking for and let that one go. Time it had picked up some steam, it was too late. So I watched that one play out today. Shoulda, coulda, woulda for me today. But going to take a little nap, go back to bed. It's only 7:30 here in Arizona. And enjoy the rest of this Labor Day. Kids are off. So I got one of them in the house. The other one's busy with her sorority at ASU. Man, well, I wouldn't mind going back to college. After hearing and watching all the stuff my daughter goes through, especially the social life with her sorority life at ASU, man, I would not mind going back to college. These kids are spoiled nowadays. So I'm gonna go back to bed. I will be driving up to ASU later today. Daughter's invited me over to some barbecues up there at her sorority and fraternities and Greek life out there. So I'll be hanging out with them for a little bit. And that's my Labor Day. We'll be back tomorrow for everybody that trades New York. I'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. And for those of you that trade Asia, I'll be on tonight, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Trade travel. Wow, you have a daughter in college. You look way too young. Brother, let's just say maybe it's the camera, the lighting. I'm way older than you think. Let's just say I saw the 30s way back, years ago. I blew through my 30s. So I'll leave it at that. But looking forward today for some time out at ASU. I'll be on there hanging out with the daughter and her sorority and this Greek village, as they call it there. And I'll be back tonight, 9:15 p.m. Eastern for some late night Asia, which I would expect is probably going to be just as slow. But if you've been enjoying the content, if you're new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Help me out with the YouTube algo, and we'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, win, lose, or draw. Today, missed the 2 moves, the gap fill and the gap fill reversal bounce. And it looks like that's it, boys. And girls. Although very few female traders. We do have a couple of female traders here in the stream, so hello to all the ladies. But now it's looking like watching paint dry. All right, guys, that is it for me. I appreciate everyone tuning in today. Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Jesse. Trade Travel. Let's see who else has been in the stream lately. La Renko Reina, Chris Neuve, Carlos, Christopher Zazek, Drewski, Cooper. I'll see you guys either tonight if you're trading Asia, 9:15 p.m., or I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Have a great rest of your Labor Day weekend. I'm going back to a little bit bedtime. Catch a nap, and I'll see you guys later tonight or tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys. Laters.